Hi friends, welcome to the Weight Loss Stories by Serge channel, where we share inspiring weight loss stories. Today we have a new and very interesting story that will definitely motivate you. Share in the comments how you cope with challenges on your journey, and let's get started.
The power of mind over mirror. How to let go of stress and find harmony with your body. About psychological stress. The American dream of slimness, wanting to lose weight, isn't just about diets or gyms. It's about stress, not the kind you feel lifting weights at Planet Fitness, but the kind buzzing in your head before you even step foot in there. Picture Melissa, a 34-year-old mom of two from suburban Atlanta. She's standing at the stove in the morning, making oatmeal for her kids, sipping coffee from Starbucks, and eyeing a cinnamon roll she bought at Publix. I shouldn't eat this, she thinks, mentally tallying up the calories she racked up over the weekend at a neighbor's barbecue. She hasn't signed up for yoga or opened her Fitbit app yet, but the stress is already there, in her mind, in the glance she throws at her reflection in the microwave door. At its core, this isn't about the body. It's about how you start noticing every flaw. It's about Melissa looking at her hips and thinking, if only they were like that girl's in the Lululemon ad. It's about how she remembers eating Domino's pizza with friends last week and now beats herself up over every slice. Stress comes from attention to what you don't like about yourself. And the more you focus on it, the deeper it pulls you in. In this way, losing weight is like an illness. Take Tom, a truck driver from Texas. When he catches a cold somewhere along I-35, he doesn't just sneeze, he tracks every symptom. Temperatures 99, throat's scratchy, better take some NyQuil. He jots down in a notebook at a Love's truck stop. Does it help him get better? Hardly. Constantly monitoring it just keeps him anxious. But when he shrugs it off, pops in a Joe Rogan podcast, and keeps driving, the cold fades away. Why? Because he stops feeding the problem with his attention. There are plenty of stories about people healing from serious illnesses, cancer, chronic pain, simply by distracting themselves from their symptoms. Doctors call it the placebo effect or self-regulation, but the point is the same. Your body knows how to fix itself if you don't get in its way. It's like a small scratch. Leave it alone and it heals. But if you check it in the mirror every 5 minutes and slather it with everything in the medicine cabinet, it takes longer. Stress works the same way. The more you nurture it, the longer it sticks around. Stress and resources. Why your brain gets in the body's way. When you fixate on losing weight, you're burning through your brain's resources. It's like running Word, Zoom, and 20 Chrome tabs on an old laptop. It overheats and crashes. Your psyche works the same way. Attention is energy, and if you pour it into a problem, like extra pounds, your body has less juice left to regulate itself. Imagine Kaitlyn, a graphic designer from Seattle. She's sitting in a coffee shop on Pike Place, sipping a latte and scrolling Pinterest for the perfect figure. She's thinking about how her Gap jeans feel tight at the waist and how she should sign up for CrossFit. Her brain's busy, analyzing every croissant she ate last week and plotting how to fix her body. Meanwhile, what's her body doing? It's just waiting for her to give it a break so it can sort out her metabolism on its own. Now take Josh, a college student from California. He was obsessed with his shape, stepping on Withing's smart scales daily, posting Instagram stories with HF fitness goals, and chugging protein shakes from GNC. But then his car broke down, so he started riding a longboard around UCLA's campus. He ditched the scales, ate Chipotle burritos when he felt like it, and a couple of months later, his jeans fit looser. Why? He stopped stressing his brain out, and his body found its groove. Compare that to Lisa, an accountant from New York. She'd spend hours on X reading about keto diets and detoxes, then step on the scale 3 times a day, cursing herself for every extra ounce. She tried tracking calories in MyFitnessPal, weighing Kraft cheese slices, but after a rough day, her daughter spilling juice on the rug, her husband stuck late at work, she'd order Papa John's pizza. Result, her weight didn't budge, but her stress went through the roof. The more you zero in on flaws, the more energy you waste. It's like watering weeds instead of flowers. Nothing good comes of it. The American game of I'm not good enough in the US. Losing weight is practically a religion. Turn on the TV and there's Thud, the biggest loser, or a Bowflex ad. Walk into Kroger and the checkout magazines scream,
Drop 10 pounds for beach season. It's drilled into us. From childhood, slimness equals success. But here's the catch. For lots of folks, extra weight isn't a medical issue. It's just not matching the image in I-10 Davig N. Besode so euphoria. Take Brian, a realtor from Phoenix. He looks in the mirror after work and thinks his little belly is why clients don't sign deals. He tries the paleo diet, then caves for Taco Bell tacos. His doctor says, your labs are fine, blood pressure's like a 20-year-old's. The problem's not his body, it's his head. We've all been Brian, chasing an ideal shoved down our throats by TikTok and Hollywood. The weight loss industry rakes in billions off this. Weight Watchers, Noom, fat-burning pills from CVS. They keep you stressed because it's good for their bottom line. It's like a Vegas casino. As long as you're playing, they're winning. And you're just exhausted.
Genes that run your life. Ever had a piece of fabric dictate how you live? Meet Emily, a school teacher from Minneapolis. Every Saturday morning, she pulls out her old Levi's from her University of Minnesota college days. She squeezes into them, grimaces in the mirror, and thinks, gotta lose a couple pounds. Instead of enjoying her weekend with caribou coffee and Pizza Luce with friends, she skips dinner out because the genes said no. Who's in charge here? Emily or the genes? It's obvious the genes win. She's stuck in a game called I'm Not Good Enough, and the score's kept by how the zipper. What if Emily said screw it and hit Mall of America for jeans that actually fit? No guilt, no drama, just a woman eating pizza and living her life. That's freedom. But we don't do that. We cling to these old clothes like they're our personal judge. They become the yardstick of our worth, and we obey. It's not just women. Meet Mike, an auto mechanic from Oklahoma City. He's got an old Harley Davidson jacket from his days riding Route 6. Every time he tries zipping it up, his gut gets in the way, and he mutters, time to hit the gym. He skips barbecue ribs at a friend's party, his favorite, because the jacket won't allow it. The jacket doesn't keep him warm. It holds him hostage. It's not just clothing. It's a symbol of how we hand over control of our lives to something outside us. Why do we do this? Because we've been taught our body is a project that needs constant fixing. We weigh ourselves, measure our waists, try on Gap shorts that haven't fit in years. If something doesn't add up, we're failures. But think of a healthy person who doesn't care about their weight. Would they step on a scale every morning or check if their prom shirt still fits? No. So where did we pick up this habit of policing ourselves? Why you think your body's wrong? Let's figure out who decides what a right body is. Who needs this? Take Sarah, an office manager from San Diego. She watches They Were Bridgerton on Netflix at night and sees a slim heroine twirling in a corset, surrounded by suitors. Sarah sighs, I don't have that. Maybe if I were thinner like her, I'd have a boyfriend too. She concludes her figure's to blame for everything. Now picture Jake, a student from Michigan. He watches the Together Avengers and sees Chris Hemsworth swinging a hammer with perfect abs. If I looked like that, Jake thinks girls would be all over me. Guys, it's a movie. These are actors whose job is to look that way. They've got natural builds for it. Plus, they grind at the gym because it's their career. They're not hunched over a laptop like Sarah, cranking out reports for her boss, or fixing cars like Mike. Their gig is to wow us, the audience, and we buy it. We see their bodies and think, that's what I should be. But you've got a different life. You've got work, family, utility bills, a dog to walk. Your energy goes there, not into looking like a Chen Sports Illustrated model. Keeping in shape, even lightly, takes energy, and everyone's got a limited supply. If you can't afford a Miami vacation or a juicy steak at Outback Steakhouse, if you don't have time to unwind because you're pulling double shifts at Walmart, where do you get the resources to lose weight? Maybe you've got sick parents, a kid in trouble at school, or you just went through a divorce. Life's already squeezing you dry, and you're still trying to fit into decade-old jeans. What? I'm not talking about cases where weight genuinely threatens your health, like severe obesity, when your Kaiser Permanente doctor sounds the alarm. But that's rare. Most often, we slim down because our measurements don't match this season's trends. And who cooked up those trends? People paid to look perfect. Models, actors, influencers. They make millions off it. And what do you get? Fatigue and a sense you've failed again. But we're not always rational. Sometimes we just want it. And that's that. Sarah wants a guy who'll look at her like she's a rom-com lead. Jake wants girls whispering about him across campus. That desire trumps logic. Even if, rationally, we should spend our energy elsewhere, resting, visiting friends at Lake Tahoe, finally getting some sleep, we still chase weight loss. Why? Because deep down, we don't love ourselves as we are. Where self-loathing comes from. This dislike doesn't drop out of the sky. It starts in childhood, often rooted in your relationship with your mom. Meet Lindsay, a nurse from Nashville. Growing up, her mom, Debbie, was a sharp-tongued Southerner. Girl, if you eat that mac and cheese, no one's gonna love you, she'd say, jabbing at the plate. Debbie battled her own weight, always griping, I'm fatter than that lady in the Lowe's ad, aren't I? Lindsay grew up hearing this daily. By 16, she skipped school dances, terrified her belly would show under her Macy's dress. Now Lindsay's 30, a healthy, strong woman, but her mom's voice still echoes, you're not good enough. It's not about weight. It's about feeling unworthy of love. Guys get it too. Take Nick, a builder from Detroit. His dad, Bob, yelled at him as a kid, stop stuffing your face with Lay's chips. You'll turn into a pig. Nick grew up, and now, cracking open a Bud Light after work, he hears that voice. you're weak. It's not about the beer. It's about not feeling enough. Your mom's the biggest influence on how you see yourself. If she loved you unconditionally, you grow up thinking, I'm okay. If she nitpicked constantly, you spend your life proving you're worth something. Debbie didn't just scold Lindsay about food. She stacked her up against other girls. Look how skinny Kelly is. And you, it cut like a knife. Lindsay started believing, if I'm not thin, I'm nothing. Maybe Debbie didn't love her own body and took it out on her daughter. It works for boys too. If a dad like Bob told Nick, a real man stays fit, Nick now looks in the mirror and sees a failure, not a man. Parents don't just speak, they program us. And that program kicks off stress we carry forever. Stress as a way of life. But stress turns into a habit. Lindsay grew up a workaholic, pulling overtime at the hospital to prove she's good. Rest? What rest? When she can grab another shift. Losing weight is just another job for her. She counts calories like it's her yearly performance review. Nick's the same. He hauls heavy stuff at the construction site, then hits the garage to pump iron because he has to. They're both constantly stressed because that's how they were raised. But for what? Is life meant to keep us on edge forever? To prove to mom, dad, or ourselves that we're worthy? You've only got yourself. Everyone else could walk out of your life anytime. So why not be your own friend? Listen to your body and soul. Figure out what they need and give it to them. You're your best ally. But we've been trained to be our own enemies. The parental shadow. How we're programmed. Parents aren't just the people who raised you. They're the first voices shaping your inner world. And if those voices were harsh, they echo forever. Take Casey, an interior designer from Chicago, and Tyler, an electrician from Dallas. At 10, Casey's mom, Sharon, a tough old-school woman from suburban Illinois, pointed at her McDonald's fries. What? You want to end up fat like Aunt Marge? No one'll love you. Sharon was always on diets. Atkins, Jenny Craig, and dragged Casey shopping, making her try on jeans, a size too small for motivation. Tyler, at 12, ate pizza during a Cowboys game, and his dad, Randy, a former football player, jabbed, keep that up, and girls will laugh at you. Now, Casey's 32, runs a successful business, jogs along Lake Michigan in Athleta leggings, but panics if the scale ticks up a pound. Tyler's 28, in great shape, but after a Shiner walk with buddies, he's in the gym till he drops, scared of failing dad standards. It's not about health. It's Sharon and Randy's voices saying, you're not good enough. Sharon hated her own weight and took it out on Casey, asking, I'm fatter than that Target ad lady, right? Randy told Tyler, real men don't carry a gut. These are programs. If your mom or dad demanded perfection, straight A's, flawless behavior, a right body, you grow up thinking you've got to be perfect, and your body becomes the main battlefield. Why? Because it's what parents often criticize first. Sharon stacked Casey up against others. Look at Emily next door. So slim. And you. Randy did it to Tyler. Jack on the team's ripped. And you're soft. That's perfectionism. Ruling their lives now. What if there was no love? If a mom like Sharon didn't hug, just pointed out mistakes? Casey grew up thinking she wasn't loved because of her shape. She couldn't see that Sharon didn't know how to love her daughter or herself. And if a dad, like Randy, was always at work or yelling instead of supporting, Tyler never felt valued. Kids like that grow up with a hole inside. and try filling it by perfecting their bodies. When your body reflects your life, for folks like Casey and Tyler, their body's a mirror for all their problems. Casey can't get her love life together. Guys on Tinder ghost her, and she thinks, it's my stomach. Tyler grinds at a low-paying job, and instead of hunting for something better, blames his imperfect look. They don't see they could channel that energy elsewhere. Take a class, vacation in Colorado, just sleep. Nope, they pour it into controlling their bodies because it feels like the one thing they can manage. Picture this. Casey skips a date at a trendy Milwaukee Avenue restaurant because they serve pasta, and she's on a diet. Tyler bails on a friend's party because he's got a 6 a.m. workout. That's not living, it's fanaticism. They make their figure the be-all and end-all, like it's the key to happiness. What about work, friends, love? No time, gotta slim down. It's a program from childhood, be perfect, and you'll be worthy. But it doesn't work. Casey loses weight, and guys still don't call. Tyler lifts, and his paycheck stays the same. The issue's not their bodies, it's their heads. How to let go of control. So how do you break this cycle? It's not about a new diet from the Women's Health or a Crunch Fitness membership. It's about rewriting the script in your brain. Step 1, quit the game. Stash the scale in the closet with those skis you haven't touched since. Stop measuring your waist like you're prepping for Miss America. Quit trying on high school jeans. They're not your life's judge. Step 2, tune in to yourself. Your body's not dumb. It'll tell you when it wants a Five Guys burger or just to chill with that waitress. Stranger things. Don't listen to the waitress Cosmo or some TikTok trainer. Listen to you. Step 3, switch focus. Obsessed with extra? Find somewhere else to put that energy. Sign up for salsa lessons at the community center. Start the waitress Teed Lasso. Plan a Grand Canyon trip. Give your brain a new toy, and it'll drop the old one. Live like you're already okay. Now imagine living like someone who doesn't need fixing. Eat what makes you happy. Not out of rebellion, but curiosity. Move when it feels good. Play basketball with neighbors. Dance to Beyoncé in the kitchen. Your body's not the enemy, it's your partner. Give it a shot to show what it can do. Freedom through self-regulation. Want your body to balance itself. No strict diets. No ditching Buffalo Wild Wings. Let it. You're messing it up with control. You think you'll handle it all willpower. Smarts, a Noom plan. But that's the weight loss industry's game. They sell you Fitbit trackers, Quest bars, WW subscriptions to keep you tense. It's their profit if you don't relax. I'm here to guide you to freedom, where you hear your body and give it what it needs. You don't always have to restrict. Some Fridays, have pizza with friends. Some days, grab a whole food salad. You'll feel what's right if you live by your rules, not theirs. I've tried every diet, keto, fasting, and learned the best way is harmony with myself. Take the spotlight off the weight problem, and your body will start working. It's like waiting for mail. Check the box every half hour. It's not there. Step away for a couple days, and boom, it's waiting. Your body's the same. Let it breathe. The attention problem. Why? It's hard to let go. So how do you stop obsessing over what bugs you? You're used to seeing your figure as a problem. Melissa peers in her bathroom mirror every morning, thinking, if only I could lose this belly. She sips her coffee, eyeing the Bed Bath & Beyond scale in the corner. She feels if she doesn't keep it in check, everything will fall apart. Turning off that focus is like silencing a radio stuck on one song. 20 tough, right? Take Tom. our Texas trucker. He doesn't think he needs to slim down, so he doesn't overeat. If he's full after a diner steak, he stops. Simple as that. He doesn't have an inner alarm blaring. You're fat. Fix it. Melissa does. She's in the game, and stepping out is like abandoning a show mid-season. You know you should stop, but you reach for the remote anyway. Why's it so hard? Because it's not just a habit. It's your story. Dig deeper. Why's Melissa so hooked on losing weight? What's it for? Maybe she wants confidence at office meetings where everyone's in tight anthropology dresses. Or she hopes her husband will look at her like he did in their early years, back when they hit Lake Lanier. Or maybe it's her mom saying as a kid, "Don't eat Krispy Kreme donuts, or you'll end up like Aunt Sue." Those reasons are roots, running deep, and until you see them, you'll keep watering the same plant. Stress. Reading this book is a start. As you flip pages, your brain's chewing on ideas. It's not instant, like loading a YouTube video. It's slow, like smoking barbecue in the backyard. The meat needs time to soak up the flavor, and in that time, something in you shifts. You won't know exactly how. You don't need to. You don't know how your body makes antibodies when you're sick. It just does. Same with weight. Give it a chance, and it'll find its balance. You're asking, where's the diet, the food list, the workouts? Hold on, I'll get to calories and exercise. But first, a real question. How many DCID, Good Housekeeping, articles or X posts about 10 ways to drop 5 pounds in a week? Have you read how many diet books like South Beach or Whole30 are gathering dust on your shelf? And yet, here you are, reading this because you can't live free, like someone who doesn't care about weight. Another how-to won't cut it. You need a conversation, long, deep, about why you're so set on losing weight, what's holding you back, and if it's worth it. Calories and reality. Okay, let's talk food and movement. You've heard it 1,000 times. To lose weight, burn more calories than you eat. It's basic math. 2 + 2 = 4. If you didn't know, now you do. I could hand you a plan. Breakfast, oatmeal with berries, 200 calories. Lunch, Panera, bread, chicken salad, 400 calories. Dinner, salmon with broccoli, 500 plus 30 minutes on the treadmill at Gold's Gym. But you've seen this in medium blogs or dentist office magazines, and you still slip up. Why? Because life isn't an Excel sheet. Melissa tried counting calories, downloaded MyFitnessPal, weighed Kraft cheese on kitchen scales. But then her daughter spilled juice on the carpet. Her husband stayed late at work, and she ordered Papa John's because she was too wiped to cook. Tom, though, he doesn't count a thing. Eats a Whataburger when he's hungry. Stops when he's full. He's not trying to lose weight, but he doesn't gain either. Melissa, she's stressed, and it's burning her nerves, not calories. The industry loves promising easy weight loss. Drop 10 pounds, no pain. Blair, Lod, Meepalass, Beepy, Beepily. Headlines. But what's pain? For one, it's skipping Chick-fil-A. Fries. For another, just getting off the couch. It's relative. Changing habits, eating less, moving more, takes energy. Sometimes you slim down from the stress alone, but more often you crash Why? Work, kids, I-95, traffic, Netflix bills, a dog chewing your slippers. Life won't let you control everything. Deep reasons. Why do you need this? So why are you still in this game? Maybe it's comparison. Casey from Chicago walks down the street, eyeing girls in tight, Forever 21 tops. Am I fatter than her? She wonders, then asks her friend, be honest. Am I bigger than that blonde over there? She steps on her Fitbit scale, and if the number's off, her day's shot. Or she tries on an old H&M skirt from prom. Fits? No, time to diet. Sometimes it's necessity. If you can't afford new clothes from Kohl's, you keep your weight to fit the old jeans. It's sad. Poverty stress, pushing you to control your body. But usually, it's not about money. It's a game. For Casey, losing weight fills time. She's got no big goals. Move states, start a business, learn guitar. Instead, she plays Get Slimmer. It's entertainment, like a show without popcorn. Or maybe it's addiction. Casey sees the skirts tight and decides, gotta lose weight. She craves pizza after a long day, but skips it because the skirt said no. She's not running her wardrobe. The skirt's running her. She's obeying a rag. It's like slot machines at Rivers Casino. You know you'll lose, but you drop the coin anyway. Is fitting into that skirt life's big goal? Or are there bigger fish to fry? Think about it. Movies versus reality. Where's this from? Back to culture. You watch that The Devil Wears Prada and see Anne Hathaway in stunning dresses. If only I looked like that, you think. Or the Ira Arak yet Sylvester Stallone, chiseled, running up steps. If I were him, everything change. But they're actors. It's their job to look that way. They've got trainers, nutritionists, filming schedules. They're not in an office, 9 to 5, or shuttling kids to soccer. Their physique hooks us, and we bite. Your life's different. You're paying a mortgage, cooking dinner, stuck in traffic, on Highway 1. Your energy's spent there. Losing weight demands more time, willpower, cash for an LA fitness pass. If you can't recharge, Hawaii trips, Red Lobster dinners, loved ones support, you burn out. Spending your last drops on fitting an Old Navy tee. Is that smart? Maybe aim for something that'll actually make you happy. But we're not always logical. Sometimes we just want to be noticed, loved, praised. We think a slim body's the ticket. It's self-loathing, we've been taught. Until we spot it, we'll keep running this loop, focusing on the body, the control trap. You monitor your body like a work project. Maybe you compare yourself to strangers. Tyler from Dallas walks downtown thinking, am I fatter than that guy in the Nike shirt? He asks his buddy Justin, tell me straight, am I bigger than that dude at the light? He weighs himself every morning on Walmart scales. If the number's off, his mood tanks. Or he tries on old Carhartt shorts from fishing 5 years back. Fit? No? Game on. Casey from Chicago's the same. She skips scales, but loves a tape measure. Waist, hips, like she's prepping for a pageant. Or she tries a Nordstrom rack dress from post-college. Zipper won't budge. Her fault. It might be an old thing she never wears, but she keeps it as proof of better days. If you can't buy new clothes, it's forced control. You slim down to fit what's there. But for most, it's not poverty. It's a game. It's a way to organize life, fill a void. Sometimes it's a job. If you're a Vegas dancer or an LA actor, shape's part of the gig. But for regular folks like Casey or Tyler, it's a choice. They could spend energy on career, hobbies, family. Instead, they play I'm not okay. Casey tries the dress. It's tight, and she's off to diet. She wants Olive Garden pasta after a tough day, but grabs salad because the dress said no. It's addiction to the process, control, the notion her body must be right. Where's it from? Childhood, culture, voices we've heard forever. A healthy person who doesn't care about weight, doesn't check the mirror or scale daily. They live eating what they want, In-N-Out Burger or Trader Joe's apple. We're not like that. We've been taught our bodies something to fix, and we carry that through life. Practical way out, breaking the system. So how do you escape? Not with a Fit to Men's Health meal plan or a Peloton subscription. It's about shifting your mindset. Step 1, drop the game. Stow the scale in the garage with last year's Christmas boxes. Stop measuring yourself like you're auditioning for Victoria's Secret. Toss those American Eagle jeans from forever ago. They're not your jury. Step 2, listen to yourself. Your body knows what it needs. Maybe it's Del Taco after a long day, or Campbell's soup when you're beat. Skip the Chun Vogue, Instagram, trainers, tune inward. Step 3, redirect. Fixated on extra, find another outlet. Start a Chun breaking bad. Take a cooking class at the community college. Plan a Yellowstone trip. Give your brain a fresh project, and it'll ditch the old one. I've been there. Years ago, I lived in Boston, in a tiny apartment near the North End. I was obsessed, checking myself constantly, counting calories, guilting over every pizza bite. Then I got fed up. I thought, enough tearing myself apart. Let my body figure it out. I ditched my fitness pal, ate Regina Pizzeria pizza when I wanted, biked along the Charles River with friends just for fun. A few months later, I dropped 12 pounds without noticing. Why? I stopped tormenting myself. My body balanced out when I gave it freedom. Fanaticism versus harmony. Sometimes control gets absurd. Lindsay from Nashville ate 800 calories a day, handful of almonds, chicken scrap, lettuce leaf. She skipped Cracker Barrel desserts, though she loved their apple pie. She hit Anytime Fitness, even with a cold, because can't miss a day. That's not health. It's fanaticism. She whittled herself to skin and bones, and still thought, I'm fat. It's not about weight. It's self-hate her mom planted. What's normal? Moving because it's fun. Park football with friends. Kitchen dancing to Taylor Swift. Eating what delights. Steak and potatoes or goat cheese salad, depending on your mood. It's not gorging on Dunkin' Donuts daily or couch potatoing for a week. It's balance, not taking a good thing too far. As they say here, too much of a good thing is a bad thing. Final thought, freedom to be you in America. We brag about freedom, choice, expression, living. So why not free yourself from that inner warden, counting every pound and inch? You're not a number, on Target scales, a Gap tag size, a bathroom mirror reflection. You're a person with dreams, a story, strength. This is just the start of your journey to a chapter where the star isn't your figure, it's you. Want to hear how I and others found this freedom? Like, share with friends, and I'll drop a sequel to this motivating weight loss tale. Start now. Close this book, pour some Dunkin' coffee, eat that kitchen muffin, and live. You're good enough already, and there's more stories ahead to make you feel it.
Thanks for being with us. If you enjoyed it and want to hear more stories, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time, friends. Bye.